Hi, this is Currency C-Drama. Today we will review Chinese drama Ready for Love. Final part. Meng Chuxia, seeing Tang Jingxing being so generous, quickly acted cute and playful. The employees in the elevator couldn't help but enjoy this affectionate moment. Finally the elevator arrived, and the employees rushed out. Meng Chuxia and Tang Jingxing followed suit, and Meng Chuxia teased Tang Jingxing for being so impulsive. She escorted him to the CEO's office, and prepared to leave. Meng Chuxia declined to stay, citing her work, but invited Tang Jingxing to dinner that night. He expressed a desire for barbecue, and Meng Chuxia, doting on him, agreed with a smile before leaving the office. Meng Chuxia was lying on the sofa happily scrolling through something when she suddenly received a call from her mother. She learned that her father was having an affair, and was asking her for money. The call abruptly ended and Tang Jingxing walked over to call attorney Song to handle the matter. Meng Chuxia's mother was in a hysterical state at home confronting her father, who showed no remorse and demanded that Meng Chuxia give him some money. If her mother didn't give in, Meng Chuxia's father planned to ask Meng Chuxia for it. Her mother tried to stop him, but suddenly, he attempted to slap her. Tang Jingxing intervened and stopped him. When her grandmother saw Tang Jingxing, she immediately put on a smile. Tang Jingxing was furious and informed them that he already knew about Meng Chuxia's father's extramarital affair. Attorney Song handed over a stack of photos, including records of her father booking hotel rooms for these affairs. Meng Chuxia's mother decided to seek a divorce, but her grandmother intervened and insisted that they shouldn't divorce. The girl who wanted to leave, presumably Meng Chuxia, was stopped by Tang Jingxing. She agreed to sign some documents before leaving. However, she threatened Tang Jingxing, which complicated matters. Meng Chuxia's mother remained determined to divorce, and attorney Song decided to help her win the legal battle. Tang Jingxing then took Meng Chuxia and the others away from the house. Meng Chuxia's mother returned briefly to slap her father before leaving again. When they arrived at their destination, Tang Jingxing instructed Meng Chuxia and her mother to sleep in the same room. As they were about to enter the room, Meng Chuxia signaled to Tang Jingxing that her luggage was still on the ground. Tang Jingxing hurriedly went into the room, suggesting they wait a bit longer before joining them. Meng Chuxia's mother misunderstood her, leaving Meng Chuxia speechless. Tang Jingxing hastily assured them that he was a reliable and faithful man. Meng Chuxia mumbled to herself that she seemed to be falling for him more and more. Tang Jingxing quickly asked for praise from Meng Chuxia. Meng Chuxia then handed her stuffed toy to him to accompany him while sleeping that night. She decided to treat Tang Jingxing to a meal another day. Afterward, she took her mother back to their room to pack up. In the evening, as Tang Jingxing held the stuffed toy, Meng Chuxia sent him a message thanking him. On the other side, her mother comforted Meng Chuxia, expressing her gratitude for having such a sensible daughter. She mentioned that she would find a job herself soon. Her mother was curious about when Meng Chuxia and Tang Jingxing would hold their wedding, but Meng Chuxia, citing the current busy situation at work, declined to discuss it. Her mother worried that their current household might not match up to the Tang family standards. However, Meng Chuxia believed that Tang Jingxing would understand her family's situation. She said to herself that she wasn't his real fiancé yet. Meng Chuxia lay on the bed, and at this moment, Tang Jingxing sent her a message asking her to bring her mother to the company tomorrow. On the other side, Zhang Zixi questioned the woman who had caused a scene at Meng Chuxia's house. She asked her what she meant by giving her an IOU. The woman explained to Zhang Zixi that she had obtained information about Meng Chuxia's background from the woman's husband to demand repayment of the debt mentioned in the IOU. After learning these secrets, Zhang Zixi handed her a check to settle the debt. The next day, when Meng Chuxia and her mother asked Tang Jingxing what he was planning at the company, a butler arrived and handed something to Tang Jingxing. Meng Chuxia and her mother were surprised when they saw what it was. They didn't expect Tang Jingxing to be so considerate as to prepare a small store for Meng Chuxia. Tang Jingxing had noticed from Meng Chuxia's clothing that her mother was skilled in sewing. So, he secretly made a decision to open a store for her. Meng Chuxia's mother felt a bit embarrassed about the difference in their social status but eventually agreed. She even considered renting a room next to the store. At that moment, Tang Jingxing suggested that she should live with them. Tang Jingxing received a call from Zhang Zixi regarding information about Meng Chuxia's background. She also sent a message to him, inviting him to meet in the garage at 9 p.m. Meng Chuxia and her mother were waiting for Tang Jingxing at the barbecue restaurant but hadn't seen him arrive. Meng Chuxia's mother decided that she could handle the moving process on her own. Zhang Zixi sat in the car and told Tang Jingxing that Meng Chuxia was not their biological child, which was why her father and grandmother didn't like her. However, Tang Jingxing had already investigated Meng Chuxia's background extensively before meeting her and had arranged for his subordinates to look into her identity. He unexpectedly discovered that she was not their biological child. Meng Chuxia herself was unaware of this secret, having been adopted by her mother who hadn't been able to locate her biological parents. However, Tang Jingxing's subordinates were concerned that Meng Chuxia's unclear background could pose a risk to the Wang family in the future. Zhang Zixi was surprised that Tang Jingxing dared to bring an unknown woman into the family. After learning this news, Tang Jingxing decided to leave but was stopped by Zhang Zixi. She threatened to reveal Meng Chuxia's true identity to her if he didn't stay. Reluctantly, Tang Jingxing agreed to celebrate Zhang Zixi's birthday. Under coercion, they both arrived at a restaurant where the staff presented a limited edition birthday cake to celebrate with them. Tang Jingxing appeared cold and urged her to eat quickly, declining to drink alcohol and sticking to plain water. Meanwhile, Meng Chuxia was at home playing on her computer when her phone notifications started popping up with trending news about Tang Jingxing cheating on her and embracing Zhang Zixi in photos. Meng Chuxia immediately tried to call Tang Jingxing but discovered that his phone was turned off. She realized that his sudden excuse of having something important to attend to was actually spending time with Zhang Zixi on her birthday. Tang Jingxing received a call in the car and learned that his recent dinner with Zhang Zixi had been photographed and rumors were circulating about their romantic relationship. Additionally, there were allegations of Tang Jingxing cheating on Meng Chuxia with Zhang Zixi. Faced with this situation, Tang Jingxing urgently instructed his team to clarify the situation. It was then that he realized his anxiety might be due to his growing feelings for Meng Chuxia. On the other hand, Meng Chuxia was feeling upset as she read the comments online. Netizens were speculating that she and Tang Jingxing would definitely break up. Meng Chuxia considered terminating their contract in this situation. Tang Jingxing returned home and found Meng Chuxia sleeping on the couch. In frustration, he pinched her nose to wake her up and complained that she didn't care about him. Meng Chuxia was also angry about the situation, especially the photos that had surfaced online. She couldn't understand why they had to display their affection in public like that. Tang Jingxing wanted to explain, but couldn't find the words. Meng Chuxia felt like an outsider and expressed her desire to terminate the contract. She blamed Tang Jingxing for the constant online harassment. She said that if things continued like this, they should just end it. When she said these words, Tang Jingxing didn't know how to respond. Meng Chuxia took her luggage and told him she needed to sort out her emotions. Tang Jingxing was worried that if he couldn't comfort her, she might leave him. They decided to take some time to cool off. Meng Chuxia sat alone looking for someone to talk to, but couldn't find anyone. She decided to go to the prepared room. Suddenly, Mu Huijin approached her, realizing that something was wrong between them. Mu Huijin told her that he could be someone she could talk to. They spent some time together, drinking, and Meng Chuxia expressed her feeling of not being good enough compared to someone like Zhang Zixi. Mu Huijin encouraged her, telling her that she might be a forgotten swan. Later, Mu Huijin received news about something and prepared to say goodbye to Meng Chuxia. Before leaving, he comforted her, advising her to learn to look back. After he left, Meng Chuxia felt that she had already fallen in love with Tang Jingxing and was unwilling to turn away from him. The staff reported to Tang Jingxing that despite the company's clarification, there was no response from Zhang Zixi's side. Tang Jingxing was angry as he watched the widely circulated video, and the media had blown the incident out of proportion, suggesting that Zhang Zixi was upset and didn't clarify things because he had cheated. The staff explained that these rumors were negatively affecting Wanma's reputation. Tang Jingxing urgently arranged for them to contact Zhang Zixi's agent but found out that she had refused, citing filming as the reason. This made him very angry, and he tried calling her, only to discover that she couldn't be reached. On the other hand, Meng Chuxia walked out of the hotel and was surrounded by a group of people throwing things at her. She was furious and asked them to leave. Suddenly, Mu Huijin arrived and rescued her from the situation. Back in the room, Mu Huijin comforted Meng Chuxia with a glass of milk and advised her not to go out for a while since they already knew her location. Meng Chuxia felt wronged as she was supposed to be the fiancé, but now she had become the third person in a love story. Mu Huijin was also angry at how recklessly Tang Jingxing had handled things and how he had been rejected when he tried to help. He then left the room, leaving Meng Chuxia feeling that Tang Jingxing didn't care about her at all. Tang Jingxing later found out that Meng Chuxia had taken a leave of absence. Tang Jingxing quickly inquired about her condition, and when he heard that she was okay, he felt relieved. Suddenly, Zhang Zixi called to celebrate. Since their relationship had been exposed, Wanma sales had been gradually increasing. However, Zhang Zixi didn't want to clarify the trending topics and wanted them to continue to escalate. Tang Jingxing was furious and told her that their behavior was seriously affecting him and his family, and he asked her to cooperate in clearing things up as soon as possible. Zhang Zixi hung up the phone, and when Tang Jingxing tried calling again, there was no answer. Mu Huijin brought food to Meng Chuxia and encouraged her to eat quickly. Meng Chuxia had no appetite and felt upset. Mu Huijin then mentioned that Tang Jingxing hadn't contacted her yet. Seeing Meng Chuxia's sad expression, he was about to console her but noticed the engagement ring on her hand. He put down his own hand, deep in thought. Tang Jingxing in his office analyzed the situation with Zhang Zixi. Besides work, they had no other interaction, and their behavior showed no signs of diligence. However, the copywriting contained a romantic atmosphere. He felt that things were developing too quickly and seemed suspicious. Tang Jingxing hurriedly inquired about how his subordinates had handled the public opinion. He was told that despite the clarification, netizens seemed unconvinced and believed that he was protecting Zhang Zixi remaining single. At this moment, his subordinates handed him a video, and after watching it, Tang Jingxing was dumbfounded. He hadn't expected that Meng Chuxia had been pelted with objects. He also learned that Meng Chuxia was being protected by Mu Huijin. His subordinates advised Tang Jingxing to hold off any actions for now, as going out again might put Meng Chuxia at risk from the haters. Tang Jingxing instructed his team to gather evidence and document those threatening Meng Chuxia so that the legal department could handle the matter. He quietly got that those who dared to harm his woman would soon regret it. Tang Jingxing planned to sort out these issues before meeting with Meng Chuxia because he didn't want her to be hurt. Meanwhile, Zhang Zixi was on a film set shooting a major scene. Suddenly she felt nauseous and rushed to the side to vomit. To her surprise, a photographer captured her in that moment. Zhang Zixi knew that she had been photographed, so she quickly composed herself and asked her assistant for a touch-up. The reporter's master quickly comforted his apprentice and left the film set without making a fuss. On the other hand, Mu Huijin went to Meng Chuxia's home looking for her. Her father was angry because she wasn't there, but her grandmother invited Mu Huijin inside. Her grandmother anxiously asked about Mu Huijin's identity and learned that he had come to inquire about the family's situation. She vented her frustrations about Meng Chuxia's shortcomings to Mu Huijin. Mu Huijin also found out that Meng Chuxia wasn't part of the Mi family. He was delighted to have found Ruoya's sister and happily met Meng Chuxia, who looked troubled. Meng Chuxia informed Mu Huijin that she had completely ended things with Tang Jingxing. Chuxia was drinking, preparing to get herself drunk. She saw the latest Weibo post claiming that Zhang Zixi was pregnant with Tang Jingxing's child. She didn't know if she could trust Tang Jingxing again. Tang Jingxing also became angry after seeing the Weibo post. It was frustrating that a few pictures had confirmed their relationship. He learned from his subordinates that Meng Chuxia had not been disturbed yet. At this point, his subordinates had also found the source of the leaks. Meng Chuxia tried calling Tang Jingxing but was informed that his phone was turned off. Meng Chuxia was utterly disappointed. Mu Huijin noticed that Meng Chuxia had consumed so much alcohol and then saw her open her computer to show him. She told him how her heart hurt so much and that she had fallen in love with Tang Jingxing. Mu Huijin felt sorry for Mi Chuxia, seeing her so heartbroken, and understood that they were only in a contractual relationship. Mu Huijin became happy because initially they got together due to the rumors. He gently touched Mi Chuxia's head and thought he had a chance to win her over. Tang Jingxing also discovered the mastermind behind the scenes. It turned out that the person had been present during his meetings with Zhang Zixi. The mastermind explained that from the beginning Zhang Zixi had been interested in Tang Jingxing. She had been tracking their every move, even revealing that she orchestrated the incident when Zhang Zixi pretended to have morning sickness. The mastermind admitted to creating fake accounts and attacking Mi Chuxia online. She wanted to replicate the story of how Tang Jingxing's previous fiancé had been replaced, hoping that Tang Jingxing would cancel the engagement. Tang Jingxing then ordered the mastermind to leave. After hearing this, the mastermind was scared and quickly left the office. Tang Jingxing finally found some valuable information in the case. Surprisingly, Zhang Zixi was related to Zhang Lai. Mi Chuxia was eating the food Mu Huijin had brought, feeling that Tang Jingxing must be showing affection with Zhang Zixi now, and didn't have time for her. Suddenly, Mu Huijin's phone received a message, and he told Mi Chuxia that he had something to attend to and left. Mu Huijin took something Mi Chuxia had used and handed it over to his subordinates to have it examined. He felt that he was getting closer to the truth. Meanwhile, Zhang Zixi's assistant advised her to clarify the situation quickly, or it might lead to serious trouble. However, Zhang Zixi remained resolute in not clarifying anything. Just then, Tang Jingxing called and arranged to meet in person. When they met, Zhang Zixi felt very aggrieved and expressed her helplessness regarding Mi Chuxia's situation. She even admitted that she had recommended herself to the company to make up for her mistake. Seeing this, Tang Jingxing couldn't help but feel speechless. He played a recording for Zhang Zixi, and after listening to it, she realized that everything she had done was out of love for him. She believed that adult love had no sequence, the winner takes all. Tang Jingxing made it clear that he loved Mi Chuxia now, and would continue to do so in the future. He showed Zhang Zixi a photo, revealing that he already knew the truth. Zhang Zixi had mistakenly thought he had feelings for her in the past but later realized that he had only seen her as a friend. She couldn't control her feelings for him and had undergone surgery to change her identity to get closer to him. Zhang Zixi wondered if Tang Jingxing would like her if Mi Chuxia disappeared. Hearing this, Tang Jingxing became angry and told her to stop. He declared his love for Mi Chuxia. After this conversation, Zhang Zixi decided to clarify the situation and focus on developing her career, while Tang Jingxing terminated Zhang Zixi's cooperation with Wanmao. In a hurry, Tang Jingxing asked him to check it out. So, Tang Jingxing happily changed his clothes and went to find Mi Chuxia. He waited downstairs at the company, but when he didn't see Mi Chuxia, he called out to her. Mi Chuxia walked over and Tang Jingxing hugged her tightly, both of them laughing happily. Tang Jingxing looked at Mi Chuxia and told her that he had fallen in love with her, even though he had violated their contract. Mi Chuxia suggested changing it to a lifelong commitment, as she had also fallen in love with him. Tang Jingxing was about to kiss Mi Chuxia when suddenly the reporters appeared. He grabbed her hand and they started running. They finally made it back home, both exhausted and collapsed on the couch. Tang Jingxing looked at Mi Chuxia and teased her about something more exciting, making her think he was going to kiss her. But instead, he pulled out a ring from his pocket, ready to propose to her. She joyfully accepted and they kissed. Meanwhile, Mu Huijin found Tang Jingxing and showed him a photo. He told Tang Jingxing that Mi Chuxia had a twin sister, and that Mi Chuxia was not her biological daughter but had been adopted by the Mi family. Mu Huijin was puzzled, not sure if Tang Jingxing loved Mi Chuxia or the only daughter of the Hua family. He also mentioned their soon-to-expire love contract, but said he could wait. After that, he left.